Yo, what is up? Get this working, but now it looks like it is. So I'm just doing some regalia stuff. We got the Kamloops powwow coming up. Line of rainbow on my crown, looking good. Still pretty blank. I need to figure out what I'm gonna put on it. I ended up updating these go on the top of my braid ties. Just so that it's super secure, because they do come untied sometimes. So I usually have, it's over there and I don't want to get up, but I usually have without the red and without the rainbow and more green. But I updated them because honestly, I wear a lot of red and rainbow's always gorgeous. So these are earrings, clip-ons. Yeah, I just quickly did them yesterday. But yeah, so I have those. Updated that, and then I also did some updating on, that's just not what I'm showing you, did this turquoise beading of a like a river kind of thing. I guess I was going for a traditional design, and I don't know, it looks like more of a river. This is obviously the design that's supposed to resemble weaving. And here's Sky Dome. I'm thinking about adding a celestial tree, just a real short one, I guess, on both sides. And these are my braid ties. I have them clipped onto this cardboard to keep them straight. And this is my braid tied connector, so those go behind these. And then, yeah, obviously rainbow. This is the Freedom Wampum, and obviously that's important. Those kind of wampums were given to colonial lists during the 13 colonies along the eastern side. We gave this wampum to them so that, I know, not PC, but this is what we literally call ourselves, like the Indians were allowed to traverse throughout the lands freely. That's what that represents. And I'm like, well, I should definitely wear that if I'm going to other people's reses. I don't know, just trying to be silly. This is not a teepee. I'm not really sure what it is, but it is a design I see a lot, and it usually has uh, it's connected to each other. It's usually like a long line together, but I actually used some earring clips to attach this. This is just pigskin, and it's Pellin under. I use Pellin on, like, even my yoke is Pellin, and then I put this like cheap. No, it's not cheap. I mean it is, but I'm not gonna say that. And I use this velvet on it. It's a really nice color. It's like this bright red. So yeah, that's what I have. I didn't really update this because honestly, I'm not really happy with the design. I think I am. I cut out a new piece. I just obviously I could like make up, like put the fabric and the pig skin on it like before this powwow, but yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead with this one since it's already beaded. Put that one away, probably for next time. I just want this to be shorter because my hair isn't long enough. Y'all. Hello, man. So yeah, that's what I got going on. I'm gonna do some beading on this. Uh, Wanted to do more of this turtle. It's kind of looking bare. I don't got much going on. Just because I honestly didn't draw a design, Mahan. I didn't draw out a design. I was just kind of like there used to be some seal skin here, but not anymore, obviously. I like to do my beadwork so that I can take it apart. I know that's not some people's ways, but I like to do it that way because I feel like I'm an ever evolving person, and to just keep myself to one design, and I'm still learning how to bead, so I'm not always that great of work, you know what I mean? Sometimes I half-ass it, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just putting on a tail for now. I'm not really sure how to do the head. I was like trying to figure out like trying to find pictures, because honestly, that's how I learned how to bead. I just have a leather piece here, and I have a leather piece on my regalia, and I just tie it around. That's what I used to use safety pins, and I just hated having to get other people to touch my regalia. I'm one of those people, I just don't want to be like, like if you made the regalia with me, I'd be okay with you. You're from Iran? Sick. I know some people from Iran. I don't know any of the language. It's I Arabic dialect of Iraqi. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. But I don't know that kind of stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I haven't figured out how I'm gonna freaking bead the head. I know that it's gotta look good, obviously. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is supposed to be the head and it just looked like shit, so um yeah, it straight up just like looks like a leg, so that's okay. Like you can see the eye right there. But like I'm not really sure. I haven't imagined it. And I usually learn how to bead through pictures, like just looking at what other people are doing on Facebook or like on Instagram. Mainly Pinterest. That's where I got my start. But yeah, I got a couple colors. I'm using like these cut beads. Um, I mean, it all looks green, right? But I'm using this like olive cut bead with luster. And then I'll be filling it in like this, where the next layer will be like not cut bead. I just have a lot of beads, bro. All my money is in beads. I'm kind of an idiot for investing that much. But I'm Mohawk, so I kind of have to do it. Bay, you better not be spamming me, bro. Okay. And then can't see how I drew it. Because I've been dancing in this. So all of like the drawing that I did with chalk, it's gone. But that's okay. So I think I'll make it come out of just a bit more, maybe. And this is my technique. So if you want to see where it's gonna lay. Oh, see, like that looks perfect, but this kind of looks not right. The struggles of beading. So yeah. Later today I um got some singing practice on. Gotta be going downtown and going to my drum practice. Although I'm not drumming, I'm just singing there. And yeah, it's just for like ceremonial singing. This is just like pretty average at this point. It's like I used to show off a lot that I know all these songs, but now it's like, oh man, like hanging out with people who actually know what they're doing. I'm like, oh, I have nothing to like to brag about, bro. But if you do want to see any of like my other stuff, like I'm gonna be um like I'm trying to edit some mini vlogs and stuff, and like what I do in a weekend and my average Thursdays, like yeah, so you could follow me on pretty much all the socials at Cedarantula. I actually didn't come up with the name Cedarantula, my mom and sister did. I was watching Jurassic Park. I freaking love Jurassic Park. That's like my favorite movies growing up. I even, I'm pretty young. I'm still in my early 20s, but I'm actually like old enough to have watched Jurassic Park on VHS. Yeah, we had that growing up. Um, my nephews like don't even know what a DVD is, and I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, so um yeah, my mom, while I was watching the first movie, she was just like, "Oh, you're a Cedarantula," and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a really good username." Like I had some really shitty ones, like Weezer and Plaid. I went by that for a little while. But yeah, you can follow me on all my socials at Cedarantula. It's spelt the way that it's spelt here. I think I'm one of a kind. I haven't seen anyone else be named Cedarantula, so there's not that many Cedars as well. Like, honestly, I never even, that's my name, is Cedar. I never even met another Cedar, but now I hear there's like 20 of us. Like, goddamn, we should all meet up and become a forest together. But yeah, so this tail I think is just gonna be really easy. But yeah, so I was at powwow practice the other day. And I like everyone's always shy to get on the mic, right? Like nobody likes to be the one who's on the mic. But I was like, you know what? Today's my day. I'm gonna go up there. And everyone was like, wow, you got a voice for emceeing. I was like, hell yeah. So I'm just kind of getting more confident. And oh, I see a lone bead on the ground like that. A white one, that's valuable to me. I've been using all my white beads. Like, since the main color of my beadwork right now is white, it's kind of useful to have that color. But yeah, so I was emceeing and I was actually drumming. Like this whole summer, I spent the whole entire time um, backup singing. Like I was not sitting at the drum. I was not drumming, and I got a blister right here from 2 weeks ago because now that power practice is starting up again downtown, like now now I'm actually sitting at the drum because I was sitting at because with each drum you kind of there are rules depending on who owns the drum, who's the drum carrier. And for the drum I was singing with all summer, Red Spotted Horse, and I don't know what the other one is called. Like you just kind of show up and sing with them, but I guess it's like Corey's drum. Um, there's no girls allowed. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. Like it's very like traditional to not have. I mean, they say that. I have no idea. I wasn't born back then, but growing up, my mom is like, well, we're Mohawks, so us women, we sit at the drum, and anything that lets me do whatever I want. No, just joking. But anything that helps me develop more skills, I'm always a fan of. It's always good in life to continue growing, to continue getting better, to always be glowing up. And, just a word of advice, never let anyone talk down to you. Never. Stand up for yourself. And you may not know how to do it, but gosh darn, you gotta learn how to because it's so important. Like, who's gonna stick up for you if you can't? But yeah, it's just some advice. But anyway, so the drums that I sing with on Tuesday, Love Medicine and Indian Time. Honestly, Indian Time's my home drum. Like, I know all those songs, and they're so much fun to sing. And yeah, I love the drum carriers for that. They're always super kind to me. But anyway, yeah, they let me. It's a co-ed drum, so I get to sit in and drum with them. And yeah, I got a blister from that. Crazy. Yeah, I mean it's fun to sing, but it's kind of sad because all the guys get to have so much fun together, and I miss out on so many jokes, especially when sometimes when I go to practice, I'm the only girl, and so it's kind of tough. Um, yeah, I mean it's kind of tough because it's like, well, I want to join in on your fun. Like, God, it's just a boys' club sometimes, and I know that like traditionally, it must have been like women were there with each other, but I don't know. There's just not a lot of girls who are interested in singing. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case actually. Maybe they just like have a specific people they like to sing with. I'm not really sure, but not my place to think about honestly because they're not me. That's another piece of advice is honestly just don't think about other people. Just stop it. Get some help. No, but seriously, you gotta like not pay attention to other people like that hard. Like, don't make people your whole world. You gotta find some inner peace within yourself, and you just gotta be happy in life. And a part of that is being independent. At least in my opinion. I like being independent. I like to put on my yoke by myself using strings. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of good advice when it comes to self affirmations because let's be honest, we all need those. We all need to hear that we're a perfect being. And I gotta blow my nose. Hey, where's the mute button on this thing? Thanks for waiting. But yeah, so looks like this is gonna need two beads. Like if you look at what you're beading, you can just tell. So yeah, that looks like it's gonna need two. We take it on our needle, and it's I'm looking through the camera, but yeah, I mean it looks like it's gonna fit. So that looks perfect. There's some construction going on in my neighbor's house. They moved out. So the maintenance guys are fixing it up for the next people. Yep, yep, yep. This looks like an easy knot to get rid of. It's just the kind that like loops in on itself, so there we go. It's gone. Just gonna readjust my camera. There we go. So you might be wondering why I have 2025 on here. It's kind of like, not gonna lie, it's kind of actually the year that I started dancing with this thing. I think I started dancing in 2023. I have my purple dress up there. It's just a dress I got from like AliExpress and then put some ribbons on. But yeah, I mean, I didn't have regalia a couple years ago, and I had to learn all these skills. I had to learn how to bead. Had to learn how to sew because I just didn't have the option of getting someone else to do it for me. So yeah, I mean, that's a part of being independent is being able to look after yourself. And honestly, you do a better job at taking care of others when you're not depending on them because no one deserves to take care of your fucking lazy ass. But yeah, it looks like two beads here as well. And then I think I'll go to a third, like three beads for the next one. Looks like that will fit. But yeah, so you're probably wondering what this design is. This is the creation story for my nation. This is actually called the Hiawatha Wampum. And it symbolizes Chief Hiawatha, the Great Peacemaker. And I'm really sorry, I really don't know how to say her name because honestly, she is not credited as much as she did a lot of shit. But her name is like Jago Honasia or something like that. Um, but yeah, she and the Great Peacemaker and Chief Hiawatha, they all teamed up because all of our nations were fighting. And, okay, so I'm going to take one olive bead. I'm going to take this palette of beads and go for the lightest. Because if you look at the other ones, I use the light bead. And I'm just going to take one of them. There we go. And, yeah, so Chief Hiawatha was a part of bringing all of the 5 nations. Here, I'll name them for you. So my nation, Mohawk, we are representing the Eastern Door. This is Oneida Onondaga. Onondaga gets a nice tree. This is actually a great white pine. And it was one was planted in Onondaga land. And that was where all the nations would meet up. Because this is Cayuga and this is Seneca. And Tuscarora was added later, I think in the 1700s. Not really sure, not gonna lie. I actually don't know any Tuscarora people. I know I'm related to a Seneca woman out here. But besides that, I mean, I know some Onondaga people. Onondaga Jess on Instagram. She's really cool. She's a filmmaker. And yeah, she's pretty deadly. And so, yeah, all of these 5 nations were at war. And yeah, I mean, shit was going down. It's not good to be in war. But all 5 nations came together to make the 6, which is the Haudenosaunee. confederacy, or the French like to call us Iroquois, and that is what most people call us, are Six Nations, which is what the British would call us. And yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like all. I mean, I know a bit more, but I don't want to get on too much of a tangent. I mean, I'm just beating here, God. But yeah. So let's see. I'm not doing the. I don't even know what these methods are called, honestly. I just know how to do them. Some people you meet on Powwow Trail and you're like, wow, you know how to do all this stuff, but you don't know anything about it. I knew someone who knew how to bead wickedly, and she didn't even know what type of. Like, she was like, I don't know if I need Nymo thread. I'm like, girl, you need Nymo thread. But yeah, so there's my tail. I think I'm gonna just leave it at that. I still gotta figure out how this is gonna look. But, you know, a part of the story, this is the great white pine. It was planted in Onondaga land, and that's where all the nations would meet up. And under it, you'll see that there's this hatchet. The hatchet was buried under the great white pine to symbolize peace amongst our nations. And all 50 or so, I don't know. I wasn't there, okay, guys. All of the chiefs, they circled around this tree and they held hands. And this is why you know, they say we're savages, but honestly, we're actually very diplomatic. Wampum belts were ways of us, you know, the diplomats were the highly respected people. If I got some comments here. Let me finish what I'm saying. We're really diplomatic, and diplomats were like the biggest part of our highly respected. I think I just said it anyway. Let's look at what this comment says. Just taking off my mohawk. Oh, so I guess you're from near my town. Depends on where your town is, girl. I do live in a different province than where I was born. Uh, I guess I will say, but I was born in Ontario. I don't want to give you too much of my information, but yeah, you're right. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. That was all that I wanted to share today. Thanks so much for watching and commenting, and yeah, hit subscribe if you're interested in seeing more of my content. And yeah, I'm not really even sure what button to press on this. Let's start a poll. That is share. What? How do you end it?